In the last chapter, Vikir thought about how the tribe planned to expand its territory under Madam's leadership. When he discovered Madam's weakness to hellfire, Vikir acted decisively, causing chaos and waking her up. Confidently facing her, Vikir tried to trap Madam in her den, taking advantage of her issues with duplicated legs and the inability to use her webs. The once powerful Madam was stuck, dealing with the threat of hellfire. However, a surprising twist happened, as Madam emerged unharmed from the mountain. Vikir, facing a stronger Madam, rethought his strategy. The story focused on Vikir's smart moves and the complicated fight. Despite cracks on Madam's body, Vikir struggled to use them to his advantage. The tension grew as Vikir persisted, trying to get the upper hand against the seemingly invincible Madam. In a sudden change, Madam amazed Vikir with her ability to transform and regenerate. Vikir, not realizing how strong she was, had to adjust to the situation. Despite Vikir's initial confidence, the explosion hurt him, destroying his legs and leaving him unable to move. As Madam approached, a mysterious figure in black boots appeared, making the situation urgent. Not sure what the figure wanted, Vikir faced two threats. The mysterious man questioned Vikir's decision to face such a powerful enemy, suggesting he leave the dense forest and focus on getting revenge against Hugo. The revelation that the man was a ghost version of Vikir added a surprising twist to the story, leaving Vikir in shock. Now in the present, in the midst of the chilling revelation that the figure before him is a spectral manifestation of his own existence, Vikir clings to an affirmation that propels him forward on his daunting mission. The very purpose of his existence in that enigmatic world was intertwined with a mission, a duty assigned to him by his master. Regardless of the challenges and circumstances that lay ahead, Vikir perceived this mission as something larger than life itself. From the moment of his birth, Vikir had been indoctrinated with the principle of unwavering obedience to his master's commands, placing the mission above his personal needs. The echoes of his master's teachings formed the backdrop of his life, and the only sense of fulfillment he sought was tied to the elusive commendation from the one he served. However, this devotion proved to be a hoax when, in a shocking turn of events, Vikir met his end at the hands of his master. The death served as a brutal awakening, shattering the illusion that his life held significance in the eyes of others. It was a stark realization that rendered his existence futile and his efforts in vain. This profound disappointment became the driving force behind Vikir's newfound determination to make his master, Hugo, experience the same pain of disillusionment that Vikir himself endured. Yet, even in this pursuit of retribution, Vikir's plans were disrupted by his spectral counterpart. The mirror image complicated his singular purpose, injecting an element of uncertainty into Vikir's relentless pursuit of vengeance. Despite this setback, he steadfastly clings to the resolution that killing Hugo and obliterating the valley are now the sole purposes of his existence. Amidst the turmoil, Vikir engages in introspection, wondering if there was ever a moment in his past life when an obedient disciple defied Hugo's will. A fleeting memory surfaces, recounting a moment when Vikir contemplated leaving the group in the heart of the jungle. However, the influence of Hugo, an invisible force that held his thoughts and will in chains, prevented him from acting on his rebellious instincts. As one of the few well-trained hounds of Hugo, Vikir succumbed to the call of duty and followed the path dictated by his master. Fueled by an unrelenting rage, Vikir vehemently declares that neither the sense of duty nor Hugo's commands will ever hold him captive again. The miseries of his past life, the exploitations at the hands of his master, Hugo, serve as a searing catalyst for Vikir's newfound determination. With an anger-fueled vow, he resolves to strip Hugo of any right to dictate his fate. In the moment of his execution by Hugo, a profound realization washes over Vikir. He is no longer bound to be Hugo's slave. While regret for past decisions lingers, Vikir genuinely craves freedom from the shackles of his miseries. Thoughts whirl in his mind as he lies on the ground, vulnerable, with a menacing monster poised above him, ready to strike in an instant. Before he can fully comprehend the impending threat, the monster attacks with brute force, shattering Vikir to his very core. It's not just about personal freedom. It's a quest for revenge against the tyrant master who orchestrated his demise, and a fervent desire to protect the place he holds most dear. Summoning the last vestiges of his energy, Vikir rises from the ground, fueled by an indomitable will to shape his destiny. He rejects living under anyone's influence, determined to be the sole commander of his life. It's a poignant moment of defiance, where Vikir rises against not only the physical threat before him, but also the shadows of his past, yearning for autonomy and justice. As he stands, facing the monster and the echoes of his past, Vikir's resilience shines through. The narrative captures the intensity of his emotions, the drive for revenge, and the unwavering commitment to carve out his own path. The narrative captures Vikir's internal struggles and sets the stage for the complex dynamics between duty, betrayal, and the pursuit of a vengeful mission. As Vikir rises to his feet, determination etched on his face, he braces himself for the impending battle against the monstrous adversary. The monster, sensing his renewed resolve, grows in anger, as if declaring its intention to devour the persistent young warrior. However, to Vikir's astonishment, he discovers that he is not alone in this perilous confrontation. The people he holds closest to his heart have rallied by his side, their eyes filled with a shared determination to thwart the malevolent spider monster. The cursed creature, blamed for harming Vikir, now faces the combined strength of those who love him. Words of encouragement flow from his comrades, assuring Vikir that they stand united to assist him in this harrowing battle. News of Vikir's courageous stand against the formidable foe has reached the Balak warriors, and, without hesitation, they hasten to the scene. The commander's voice rings out, rallying the warriors to prepare for battle and support the hero of the forest. In the heart of this intense showdown, pause for a moment, fellow adventurers. Vikir's battle against the spider has us on the edge of our seats. If you're captivated by this thrilling tale, now's the perfect time to show your support. Hit that like button if you're rooting for Vikir and subscribe to Join channel. With the warriors engaging the vicious spider monster, Vikir's clothes torn, body battered by the monster's attacks, yet his willpower remains unshaken. Turning to the warriors, Vikir acknowledges that they did not heed his request to stay away, yet their presence has been vital in his survival against the deadly spider. Despite the injuries, he stands resolute, ready to face the daunting challenge of the rampant monster ahead. Vikir, fueled by determination, manages to mount the monster, striking with all his might in an attempt to pierce the sword through its skull. However, to his surprise, the attack proves futile, prompting Vikir to question whether the monster is truly indestructible, or whether he is powered enough to get the better of Madam. Undeterred and unfazed by the failure of his attacks, he decides to give it another shot with even more might, unleashing his relentless willpower. In response to Vikir's assault, the monster goes into a frenzy, shouting back at the warriors who stand against it. The groan is so intense that it even shakes the trees of the forest, sending chills down the spines of the warrior. The leader of the clan, recognizing the heightened danger in the hunt, urges his warriors to stay vigilant, cautioning that the formidable warrior has entered a rampage mode. Despite all the adversity, the warriors remain steadfast, encouraged by one another not to back down as they seize the opportunity to attack the monster whom Vikir has cornered. Despite the injuries that mar her body and the tattered remains of her clothing clinging to her form, her unwavering determination serves as the bedrock for her next move. With a fierce resolve, she readies herself to launch a counterattack against the monstrous adversary. The thought of chasing the spider had been completely unimaginable for her before, as if an inherent fear had saturated every single cell of her being, preventing her from even entertaining the idea of embarking on such a perilous endeavor. In her eyes, the spider, referred to as the Madam, was nothing short of a disaster for the forest. Yet, as she witnessed the unfolding spectacle of the ongoing battle and observed Vikir's unyielding determination, it became a powerful lesson for her. It was a revelation on how a true warrior should face and overcome the formidable barriers of fear. Vikir's tireless endeavors against one of the most vicious monsters, a genuine threat to the forest, acted as an inspirational beacon. This compelled her to reassess her own anxieties and reservations. Simultaneously, Vikir undergoes a transformation, his eyes adopting a vivid shade of blue that mirrors the depth of his determination. His very being evolves into a more formidable version of himself, shrouded in a luminous blue aura. In the midst of this transformation, Vikir solidifies his dedication to the battle, echoing within himself that he must persist, no matter the toll inflicted by the monstrous adversary. The possibility of spitting blood, a stark result of the injuries endured, serves as a mere backdrop to the steadfast determination that drives him forward. While Vikir is fueled by a raging sense of vengeance, he manages to retain his sanity, acknowledging the value of drawing upon the wealth of combat experiences accumulated from his previous life. Recognizing the strategic importance of landing a solid attack, he analyzes the situation with a keen mind. With a resolute spirit and a searing vengeance in his eyes, Vikir unleashes a potent assault against the monster, driven by an intense sense of determination. With a mighty and lightning-fast blow, Vikir delivers an attack so potent that even the most formidable of monsters can't withstand its force. The Baskerville, first technique, pierces through the monster's defenses, rattling its core with the sheer power of Vikir's assault. The brute force unleashed causes a near explosion, leaving the entire clan of warriors in utter bewilderment. Vikir has not only penetrated the outer layers of the metal but has managed to breach its very core. Seizing the opportunity, Vikir doesn't relent. Inside the monster's monstrous form, he proceeds to employ the second technique of Baskerville, the biting fang. What follows is an unrelenting exhibition of Baskerville techniques, each executed with precision and ferocity. Moving from the third technique to the fourth and then the fifth, Vikir inflicts agonizing pain upon the monster, its groans resonating in sheer agony. Amidst the onslaught, Vikir vocalizes his unwavering determination. He pledges not to endure the life of a bloodhound any longer, shackled by the chains that control his freedom and will. This battle goes beyond just defeating the monster. It's a proclamation of independence, a rebellion against the constraints that have prevented him from saving the people he holds most dear. As the climax approaches, Vikir reaches the pinnacle of the Baskerville techniques, the sixth technique. With every swing of his sword, he slices through the monster's core, each strike crushing the once invincible Madam Spider. The battle, characterized by unwavering determination, skillful technique, and an unrelenting pursuit of freedom, reaches its climax with the destruction of the monster that once posed a threat to the forest. Closing out this amazing tale, Vikir's big win against the scary spider not only saved the forest, but also made him a true hero. The story showed that no matter how tough things get, you can always fight for what's right. So, if you enjoyed this adventure, click on the subscribe button for more exciting stories with Vikir. Give a thumbs up, share with your friends, and tell me in the comments what you thought about the battle. Stay tuned for the next part of Vikir's journey. It's going to be awesome. Thanks for watching, and remember, you're the hero of your own story too.